The MOST program assists those in taking that next step toward independence in the adult world. Those completing the MOST program are better candidates for employers because they are developing the skills needed to be successful in employment through on-the-job experiences. Participants in MOST have an opportunity to experience a variety of workplace settings through partnerships in the community. At this time, I will turn our session over to Marcy Bennett, MBA, who, my colleague, who has served as the MOST program administrator since the program's inception in 2008. Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you, Vivian. Here with us today are a few of our individuals who are either currently enrolled or have been through the program. The first one is right to my right, and that is Chuckie, who completed our MOST program in 2012. Chuckie came to us because he needed some assistance in getting to that job that he wanted and wanted to find out how he could learn those skills to get from point A to point B. His way of getting around was his parents were driving him everywhere he needed to go, and Chuckie needed some assistance in learning how to do that. So he worked at the MOST program with his support staff, learning all of those skills he needed, how to get around on the bus, when the bus was coming, what happens when the bus is running on a holiday schedule, and how do I make the transfer. So Chuckie learned how to do all of those skills, and Chuckie's other interest was he wanted to get a job, wanted to make money. So Chuckie went out and he interviewed and was hired by Rolyn as an office assistant, and now he's working there 5 days a week, and part of his job is restocking inventory. He's in charge of setting up for all of the meetings, make sure their conference room is spick and span. And Chuckie brought with him today Ron from Rolyn. And Ron, can you just tell us a little bit about what it's like to have hired Chuckie and having Chuckie work for your organization?
Sure. First of all, thanks so much for inviting me. This is a real pleasure and an honor to support this program. But I have to tell you that Chuckie's just been an enormously valuable addition to our team since day one, and honestly, we don't know what we would do without him. And that's the truth. I mean, I can tell you and will tell you all the different things that Chuckie actually does for us functionally, but probably just as importantly is the attitude that he brings into our office every day. It is impossible to walk past Chuckie and not smile. It is impossible to walk past Chuckie and not say good morning, hello, how are you doing? I mean, he just makes Rolyn a better place to work and a better place to be, and we're all better off for this program, I can tell you. And we're very thankful that we had this introduction.
I wanted to go back to Chuckie. Chuckie, I forgot to ask you. I wanted to ask you very specific questions. Can you tell us the name of the company that you work for?
Okay, Marcy, you work at Rolyn Companies, on Target Community.
You work at Rolyn Companies, and you get your supports from Target Community?
Uh-huh.
Very good. And what is the name of your job coach who helps you each day?
Seth.
Seth? And Seth is coming to work, and what does he help you
do? Do Windex store, doing handles, do some boxes, do some little package.
Very good. So when you were with the MOST program, you had a job coach who was with you all the time when you were at Rolyn, when you were doing your work. And now, because Chuckie has become so good at his job, his support staff have stopped coming as often. So Chuckie is working more than half of his time completely independently. Great job, Chuckie. The benefit to the employers, I think Ron can speak a little further on this, but they are better candidates. They have all of those skills of working in, for example, an office environment, how to interact with coworkers, that water cooler talk, all of those skills, and they're ready for that working environment. And Ron, if you just want to add to that about from an employer perspective.
I will, but I think there's something I'd like to start off with before. I'd like for everyone to know how seamless this was for us and how easy this really was for our organization. Chuckie's been with us for 2 years now. There have been absolutely no hiccups whatsoever. Any employee that we engage in our company, we expect there to be some startup where, where they just need to understand, what the nature of the work is that they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to fit in. And I can tell you, there were absolutely no issues whatsoever with Chuckie. The things that Chuckie does for us are things that we would be hiring candidates for under any circumstances. We're just lucky that we got Chuckie. But I think for potential employers, what's I would think would be very important for them to know again is really how seamless this is. That the support that Chuckie has received from both from Seth and the counselor that was with him beforehand is really quite extraordinary. Like I said before, my organization is much better off with Chuckie, and because we need to have the things done, the duties that he performs, for us. I have 120 employees in my Rockville office. We're a national company, but we have about 120 employees in Rockville. Chuckie has interaction with virtually all these employees. He knows everyone by name. He says hello to everybody in the morning. Everybody says hi to Chuckie. If they need things done, they tell Chuckie what it is that has to be done, and everything gets done. So, if Chuckie needs more hours, that can be taken care of. But seriously, it's a great program. It's a really great program.